Hey guys, it's Will. Hopefully you're having a great day today. We just wrapped up our live session trading CTM stock. You guys want to see what this one looks like? Wow, we are up already $1,200, or I guess a little over $1,100 on this trade so far. So we're here inside of the Robinhood app. You can see that we were watching the stock. We covered it for, I want to say beginning or mid-January, and it was selling off. We didn't trade it at all. It was staying below this moving average. You could see that green line. We didn't get any confirmation that it was breaking above, that it was going to be having an uptrend. This is happening here for a few weeks. Then we started to see that it consolidated. During this consolidation period, we actually had drawn this line in that video, our last video, where we were saying, hey, this could potentially reverse. And it started to gain some momentum. You could see, even though the chart was flat, the RSI and MACD were starting to increase in their momentum, and then we started to see it break above that 200-day moving average. That's when we started watching it closely, and then after a market open dip right here, we patiently waited, and we got in here at 90 cents, and it's currently at $1.25, and it's been holding this trend since that reversal. So there's three stages to a reversal. The three stages are so important because when you identify when a stock can reverse, you put yourself in a position to be able to, like clockwork, be able to see when a stock is either going to continue down or it's going to reverse. And by knowing that direction, the overall direction of a stock, it will give you a higher probability of being able to capitalize on those movements. And so when we see this sell-off happen, it got down to this support and it was consolidating after selling off. It was consolidating. We waited for confirmation, a good amount of confirmation up here, and then we bought, and then we bought in our live session in Stockmates, and then we started trading it. This is just, we're coming up here on 24 hours. Hasn't even been 24 hours, and we're up a little bit over $1,100 so far. And so right now our plan is that we're going to be most likely selling here half of our position at around $1.15. If it drops there, we'll sell half of our position, and then if it drops below about $1.05, somewhere in here, this previous rising support, if it breaks that, then we're gonna sell. But here's the thing, because it just broke up above this resistance, this rising resistance, now it's kind of showing indication that it's using that resistance as a support, and that's hyper bullish movement. So this is a highly risky stock for a couple of reasons. The market cap on the stock is only about 60 to 80 million dollars. We're not talking about billion, we're not talking about trillion, we're saying 60 to 80 million dollars. And it just pushed up above this resistance, it validated it again, started to push up, sold off a little bit, that's where it is now. And the reason we traded it, some of it, I would say the financials and the news were not anything we look at and we say, wow, that's crazy. But in our three-step analysis of Castellum Inc., which is what this company is called, CTM, you could see over here, if you go to their company, you can see some of the contracts they had. So we were looking at the contracts. That was a big deal. We'll get into that. And then the other one that we were looking at is the financial. So you can see it soared to 84 million. It was just at 64 million yesterday. And the revenue here. So revenue, we saw $11 million in revenue, pretty consistent, that $11 million in revenue there. If you look a year ago in December, they were up 10% year over year, 61% in net income. Net profit margins were up 65%, still down in total. You can see revenue 11 million, net income about negative 2 million. So not net positive, but starting to improve a little bit here. You can see 11 million, 11.6 million revenue, just negative 1.2 million in net income. And the reason that we are looking at these financials as, okay, they're not too bad, is we start to see some momentum. You can see the year over year improve. But why? Well, they're in a market that is specializing in servicing the government, most likely in similar ways that you'd see some of these large scale cybersecurity or data processing companies are serving the government. So whether that's it could be related to border, it could be related to the people coming in and out of the U.S., it could be related to supply and military, or it could be related to aerial or aviation. But what we saw here that changed the game for them is this right here. They got this. Oh, my dog went crazy. She's like, "What changed the game? What changed the game? Tell me." Um, they got this unrestricted IDIQ contract, which is basically on demand for the government. So they're on demand. I think it's they already were awarded one acquisition solution through this, and this is something that will put them. It says unrestricted contract represents this. It says I think it's 10 years. 10 years of on demand essentially to support federal customers. So it's kind of like Upwork, okay? But in the government sense. And they're like, hey, we can help you with anything, and we're here as long as you pay us. And then they got this partnership type of deal where they're shadowing, so they're going under and watching another company or multiple companies through the Small Business Administration Proteges onboarding. It says Seaport NXG contract. So it's related to naval air and some other things, Seaport. So working with naval aviation. And that contract means they're learning from other companies that have the contracts. Then just shortly after here on the 14th of January, they got this $3.2 million contract, 18-month contract with Naval Air. And so they're starting to get more contracts. I mean, that's 18 months, but that's more than what their net income was down. So that could put them in the green if they keep up their other streams of income. And so that will be interesting. A lot of hype articles. I'm not going to go into other news, but you saw the financials, how they look. See it start to sell off a little bit, still at this previous resistance. Most likely what we'll be looking at, we're trading a lot here. We got quantum, very simple though, quantum, space tech, AI, and a few other industries, but mostly AI, space tech, quantum. This is more in the AI range. And what we're looking for here is if an opportunity presents itself tomorrow at market open, and our current plan is to be here between $1, again, $1 we would sell down here, $1, all of it. We'd sell half of it probably around $1.15. And we would also monitor to see if we start to see continued growth on this stock. So that's kind of the plan. Again, about 24 hours, $1,000. You might say, how much did you invest to make that much? It was about $2,900. I believe it was $2,900 we invested. We made $1,000 so far. So great trade. You can see it from down there. If you'd like to watch me trade live at market open, it's that second link in the description, and it's StockMate. It's where you can learn how to trade crypto stocks and options, and tune in to watch us trade live every single day, Monday through Friday. That's where it's happening. We got StockMates, traders, and investors crushing it. If you want to be one of them, it's that second link down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Appreciate y'all. Hit that like button if you enjoyed and I earned it, and do consider subscribing, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.